Uh, our happy Monday, week 6. We've made it through another week. And I hope you guys all have a nice weekend. I was about to say, come on down to your right knee, left foot forward. We're not there this morning. We are coming down into Shavasana this morning. So you can make your way down onto your mat. As always, I need to move my stool first. So on your back, taking up as much space as you need. All of the options for your Shavasana. Shavasana is meant to be where you can feel at most rest, at most stillness. It is corpse pose. We want to just feel that sensation of heaviness, stillness, and then intention behind it, coming to your breath. So finding that position for you, whether that's arms on the belly to the heart, palms facing up, arms nice and wide. I think that's probably the most natural for many of us, but if you do need some grounding in your day, in your practice, you can take those palms to face down. So just taking a couple of moments of here to take that nice physical scan of the body. Just noticing how the breath feels today, if it's heavy, if you can maybe make it deeper, maybe making it a little lighter. Just breathing into those spaces in the body that needs that breath and space today. Closing the eyes, relaxing all of the muscles in the face. Notice if you're hanging on to anything there, the brow, the jaw. Just taking a couple more cycles of breath as you are. Maybe you want to come into your square breathing, so the count of 4 on the inhale. The count of 4 at the top of the breath. The release and exhale for 4. And then holding at the bottom of the breath. 4. Just enjoying the time for yourself, the time in stillness. Then we'll take one more big breath in together. Inhaling through the nose. Holding it at the top. Then parting the lips and a big sigh out. From here, we'll take the right ankle, leave the arms as they are for now. Take the right ankle and cross it over that left side. So if you feel like your feet were close together, maybe try to shift that left leg over towards the left corner of your mat, and then inhale those arms all the way up. Grab a hold of your right wrist. Pull it over to your left. So you're coming into that nice side body stretch here. We do this one a lot standing in our cool down, but a familiar shape there, and breathing into that side body. Notice how that right side feels, the hip, the core, the ribs, the shoulder. Take one more breath there. And then release that side. Taking that right leg out now over to the right corner of your mat. Left ankle crosses over. Take an inhale of those arms to come back up overhead. Grab a hold of the left wrist this time, pulling it over to the right. So creating that nice arc, that nice round left side. Oh, feeling all the feels. Breathing into the shoulder, side body, hip. Big inhale and big exhale. Good. Releasing that side. Taking the feet towards one another in the center of your space. Reach the arms up overhead. Nice long body stretch in center here. Oh, that feels good. Reaching the toes. Nope. Reaching the fingers, pointing the toes. And then from there, bring those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. Wrapping those hands to the shins. Maybe a rock from right to left. Oh, so good. Okay. From there, we'll take the hands to the knees, and then take the knees so that they're stacked on top of those hips to start. We're just going to draw some rotation. So think of your knees drawing some circles. Make them as big as you can. Just guiding with those hands. Kind of like a little bit of a release for the low back. And then change the direction, go the opposite way. Hugging the knees in as close to the body as you can, and then bringing them away as far as you can. And obviously as far as you can is where your arms can reach. So if you have short arms, this one's hard. All right, coming into neutral. All right, we're going to take the arms up overhead as the right leg extends out. So single leg, hollow body. So arms reach up, inhale, reach the right leg out. reach and kick into that right heel. Take a nice big breath in there. And exhale. One more breath in for that side, big breath in. And exhale, release that knee to come in. Wrap the hands to the shins, release the head, neck, and shoulders down. Do the same thing for the other side. Left leg extends out. Both arms reach overhead, biceps towards ears. Kick into the left heel, pull the right knee in, lift head, neck, and shoulders, breathing here. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time, big breath in and out. Pulling that knee back in through center. Now what we're gonna do is alternate right side, left side. So inhale, right leg kicks out. Exhale to draw it in. Left side, inhale. Exhale, pull it in. You have 4 more to go. You can also rest the head, neck, and shoulders down on the mat if you feel too much tension in the neck. Alternating right side, left side, reaching those arms overhead. A nice little fire up of the core this morning. Exhale to pull in. One more, wherever you are, inhale and exhale. Good. Take those hands in behind those legs. Give yourself a couple of rocks along that spine to make your way up to seated, legs extended out. A lot of you probably went into cross legs. Wanted to give you a little twist today. Okay, take a big breath in, reach those arms all the way up overhead. Flex through your toes, exhale, release, and fold. Good, do that again. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Sit nice and tall, exhale, release, and fold. One more. Breath in. Oh, nice little stretch for those hamstrings. Inhale the arms up, exhale, forward fold. Hold this forward fold, reaching what you can. Shins, ankles, toes. Try to come into a flat back versus rounded. So if that means you have to come more towards shins to pull that chest forward, hinging from the hips, breathing there for 3, for 2, and for 1. Okay, bringing that right leg up with you. We're going to take the right ankle above that right knee. So seated figure 4. Notice what's going on in the hip. We're not doing mobility, we are doing yoga, but we just want to be aware of that. Take a big sweep of those arms. Exhale, fold. Maybe it's not a very far fold, and that's okay. Maybe you need to hold the shin and only work with one arm. Good. Inhale the arms up. On this last one, fold and hold. Breathing into that right hip and glute, mainly the hip for 3, for 2, and for 1. Leave the leg where it is. Sweep the arms up one more time. Exhale, twist to your right. Taking the left hand towards that knee, right hand in behind you. Just staying there for 1 cycle of breath. And then coming back in through center. Release that right leg. It is a nice little stretch though. Slide that left leg up. Working with the breath. That left ankle is above the right knee. Now for this side for me, poor mobility on that left hip, old injury, I have to hold my leg. So I'm going to choose that option. Inhale, one arm up. Exhale, forward fold, oh dear. Or both arms if that feels good for you. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. One more time there, big breath in. And then release and forward fold, hold. Again, you're trying to get that nice flat back. Breathing into that left hip for 3. Thinking of chest pulling forward for 2. And for 1, coming out of that forward fold. Take the left hand in behind you, right hand hooks to the left knee, twisting to your left for 3, for 2, coming back in through center. Release that, give the legs a little bit of a shake, then come into your nice cross-legged position. You might notice a difference in those hips in your cross-legged position. We're taking one more breath here. Look at all of our breathing and arms overhead. Bring those palms overhead to touch. Exhale, hands down towards center. Setting yourself an intention for your practice, for your day, for your week. We are on Monday. Breathing that in, and when you are ready, from there, making your way into tabletop. Shifting your way onto those hands, onto those knees, spreading those fingers nice and wide, making sure shoulders are stacked over wrists, knees over, hips over knees, toes tucked or untucked, you choose. Okay, from here, we're gonna draw rotations with the shoulders. So I want you to think of like scapula. We do a lot of scapula work that retraction, you're gonna try to do a circular motion with those. So you're gonna slowly come forward. Might feel a little bit funny. Forward and around. Just notice how those shoulders are feeling. You can add in a little bit of a cat and cow even if you're arching and rounding your spine as you transition through. You can add a little micro bend into those elbows, just feeling what the shoulders are moving like. Are they sticky this morning? Change your direction if you haven't yet. Good. Oh, it's actually hard work. Warms up those shoulders quite well. Okay, from here, we're gonna turn those fingers to face inwards. All right, so you're turning those fingers to face inward, not totally. I want them to be at like a 45. And then you're gonna come into your cat and cows. So take a big breath in, lift your tail, lift your gaze. And then exhale to tuck and round. Good, do that again with that same hand position. Big breath in, lifting tail, lifting gaze, letting that belly fall. Exhale to round. Now turning those fingers so that they face outwards at a 45, so not the full turn out, just slight external rotation. Inhale to your cat. That is a cow actually. Exhale to round to your cat. Good, and we'll do that one more time. Taking your time here, moving with lots of intention for that spine. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Good. Okay, from there, coming into your neutral hand position, tuck your toes at the back if they aren't already, and then lift those knees, hover them off of your mat. All right, we are going to think of our mats as a piece of glass, all right, or a thin piece of ice. Tap your knees lightly to your mat, and then lift them back off 2 inches. Lightly tap the knees, lift them away. Think of what's happening in through your core as you lightly tap and lift. Maybe the quads are starting to fire a little bit as well. Lightly tap and lift. We have 2 more. Lightly tap and lift. 1 more. Lightly tap and then lift those hips all the way up and back. Coming into your downward facing dog. Okay, taking a moment here to really feel out your dog this morning. Pressing those heels towards your mat, lengthening through the backs of the legs. Think of strong shoulders coming through. Think of what's happening through your core. Can you pull that navel up and in just slightly? And then take 1 more breath right here. And then come high on your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look to your hands, take a nice big step forward. All right, let's do ourselves a favor for those hamstrings. Come into your flat back and lengthen and just hold for a moment. So into that flat back position, check in, crown of head, tail, nice flat back. Again, checking with that core, hands to shins position. Breathing there. 1 more breath. Good, release, forward fold, and then circle sweep those arms all the way up to standing. Big breath in, palms touch at the top, exhale those hands towards heart center and pause there. Okay, press those palms together. Think of what's happening through the feet. Can you kind of squish your toes into your floor a little bit to create a nice arch through those feet? Draw the energy up the legs. Give a slight tuck of that tail. Engage through the glutes, core, quads, all of that good stuff. Press the palms towards one another. Take a big breath in and out. Okay. Slowly starting to move here. Big breath in, reach those arms all the way up again. Exhale, release and fold, forward fold. In, breath, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step it back to your plank, and pause right there. Okay, spread your fingers nice and wide. Same concept of when you are standing. Think of all of the things through the body that are staying engaged in your plank. Maybe your knees are on the floor, and that is fine as well. Okay, breathing, squeezing, engaging. Take 1 more breath. And then lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Okay, from here, untuck your toes at the back. Take the fingertips, tent them nice and wide. Elbows come nice and high. Take a big breath in, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Now, for some of you that have a good back bend, you might be higher than me. No problem. You can come as high as that feels good for you. Engage through the glutes. Engage through that low back. You breathe and pause here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly lowering back down. Slide those hands right underneath the chest and shoulders. We're going to do 1 more baby cobra. Pressing into those hands. Maybe you're coming into full up dog if that feels good for you. Take 1 more breath there. Exhale that down, press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. All right, from there right away, we're gonna sweep the left leg nice and high, three-legged dog. Pointing through that toe, and then bring that leg all the way forward, sweep it through, plant the left foot down, lower that right knee down, untuck the right toes, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Okay, we're gonna come into a little flow here. Our low lunge, if you have sensitive knees, tuck your mat, add maybe a little towel. Exhale, sweep the arms back, palms face down, flat back, hinge over the left leg. Micro bend through that knee. Sweep it forward, low lunge. Inhale, exhale, taking it back. Sweep the arms by your side, palms to face down. Flexing through that left foot. Good, one more time, big breath in. Sweep the arms up. Exhale back. Hold on this back position. See if you can squeeze the shoulder blades back. Pull that chest through, flex through those toes. Ooh, that's a tight hamstring for that side. Take one more big breath in. And then sweep it forward and up. Low lunge, tuck your back right toes at the back. Come on up to your high lunge. Okay, high lunge, pressing back into that right leg, trying to get that nice extension as good as you can. Keep those arms up for just a moment. Good. And then we're going to come into that same flow with those arms. So we come here, high lunge, inhale, exhale forward, sweep the arms by your side. Nice job. Sinking nice and deep into that left knee. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, flow. One more time. Big inhale. And then exhale, arms by your side. Okay, keep your arms there. Think of pressing into your right heel. Think of bending deeper into your left knee. Your gaze is straight in front of you. Now think of what's happening through your core. Can you engage a little bit more? Taking one more breath there. Oh, left leg is firing. We're going to take off of that right foot, coming right into warrior three. Press through that left leg, the left foot. Those arms are by your side. They're not going to stay there for very long. We're going to do a nice circular motion. Inhale the arms to come up overhead. And then exhale, you're going to try to take your hands to your low back. The backs of the hands to come to that low back. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale to bring them around to that low back. Backs of the hands, you get that nice rotation in through the arms. One more time. Big breath in. Nice job. Exhale to that low back. Well done. Listen up here. Inhale the arms overhead and then right towards heart center. Palms touch. Lower that right foot down nice and light. Coming into hovering low lunge. Okay. Oh, get that right knee down towards your mat as deep as you can. Stand nice and tall. Pull in that core for 3. For 2. Single leg Tadasana. Stand all the way nice and proud. Take those hands by your side. Drive the right knee up. Palms face forward. Breathe there for 3. For 2. For 1. We're going to take it right back. Hands towards heart center. Hovering lunge. Take a breath. Single leg Tadasana. Take a breath. Single leg. Hovering lunge. Oh. And then single leg Tadasana. One more time for this side. I know it is fun. Hands to heart, hovering. That's it. And then come on up. Single leg Tadasana. Take a nice big breath in. Sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Hands toward heart center, single leg chair. This is the last little bit for this side. Don't worry. We breathe in that single leg chair. You can take the right toes down if you need it. You can come into full chair if you need it. It does not matter. For 3. For 2. Release. Forward fold. Oh, I like that combo. Inhale those hands to shins. Lengthen through that spine. Exhale those hands. Plant them down. Step it back. Plank pose and pause. Check in on that plank. Press into those hands. Engage through that core. That's it. Take one more breath. Option to lower those knees. Chaturanga. Inhale upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale it back. Downward facing dog. As soon as you hit that down dog, sweep the right leg nice and high. 3-legged, pointing through that toe, pressing into those hands. Sweep that leg forward and through, planted it in between those hands. Lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes, sweep the right arms up. Sweep the right arm up, sweep both arms up. Words today. All right, you're in that nice low lunge, getting into those hips. Take a nice big breath in. And then exhale, taking those arms, sweeping beside you, palms to face down, forward fold over the right leg. flexing through those toes. Inhale forward, low lunge. Exhale, sweep it back. 2 more, breath in. Sweep it up. Yes, exhale, by your side, palms to face down, flex through those toes. Last one here, inhale forward, we hold on our next one back. Exhale those arms by your side, palms facing down, reach those fingertips, pull the chest through, squeeze the shoulders back, flex through those right toes, soft bend into that right knee, hold there for 3, for 2, sweep it forward, arms back up, sink deep into that right leg, tuck those left toes at the back, press off of that knee, hold there for a moment. We continue on with the flow for that side. All right, take one more breath in, sink deeper into that right leg, press that left heel back. Yes, exhale, sweep the arms by your side. Good, palms facing down. 2 more of those. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the sweep. Think of lengthening through that spine on the sweep. Inhale one more time up. Exhale by your side, holding there, palms face down. Bend deep into that right leg. Take off of those left toes, coming into your warrior 3 right side. Okay, we're creating lots of heat this morning. We come into that circular motion with those arms. Inhale the arms to come up overhead. Exhale to release those arms towards the low back. Hands towards low back. Inhale, arms overhead. Working at your own breath pace here. Exhale, bringing them by your side towards that low back. Ooh, the balance. Inhale one more time, sweep it forward. Exhale back. On your next sweep forward, sweep it overhead. Hands towards heart center. Lower the left toes back lightly. Hover the left knee down. Hold. Okay. Woo, we got some serious fire. Making sure those knees are tracking those toes. Take one more breath in there. Get that nice knee nice and low. Press up. Arms by your side, palms forward. Drive the knee up, single leg Tadasana. Okay, pause there. Remember, we're gonna go into that breath work where we hover and then where we balance. Here we go. Take a breath in. Hands towards heart center. Hover it down, nice and slow. Control. Big press in. Sweep those hands by your side. Palms forward. Hover it down and back. Good. Take your time. See what's happening through that balancing leg. Last one. Nope, second last one. Sorry, we're going for 4. Driving that knee. This is your last one. Hover it down. Inhale, hands towards heart center. Hovering that left knee. And then inhale, up towards standing, palms face forward. Drive that knee up as high as you can. Take a sweep of those arms to come all the way up overhead. Exhale those hands down, palms towards heart center, single leg chair. Yes. Breathing there. Often have the toes down for 3. For 2. And release, forward fold. Good job, everybody. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step it back, plank pose. Pause for 1 breath in your plank. Option to lower those knees, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, upward dog, baby cobra. Take it back to a child's pose. Chance to grab a sip of water if you need it, or staying in that child's pose, focusing on those shoulders, coming towards your mat, those hips pressing back towards your heels. We'll stay here for 1 more full cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Okay, shift yourself forward through table, tuck the toes at the back, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, from here, we'll sweep the left leg nice and high. 3-legged dog. Sweep that foot forward and through, plant it, pivot your back right foot to prepare for warrior 2. Come on up when you are ready, so the arc of your right foot is in line with the heel of your left. Think of shoulders stacked right over those hips, and then those arms out by your side, palms down, taking your gaze over the left fingertips. Okay, we're working hard today. All right, we're coming into triangle pose. So we're gonna lengthen through that left leg, pivot those arms to come into triangle. Return right back to your warrior 2. Okay, and we're gonna flow triangle to warrior 2. So deep, inhale, triangle. Exhale, warrior 2. Flow there 2 more times. Inhale, triangle, open it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Same deep, 1 more. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, warrior 2. Hold your warrior two for a pause. Tuck that tail just slightly, pulling in that core, take one more breath. Nice job. String through that front left leg. Pivot the left foot to come and match the right. Nice straddle here. Take a breath in, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale them all the way behind you. Interlace, pull down and through, open chest and shoulders. Hinge and forward fold here. All right. Staying with the arms up overhead as much as you can. Take one more cycle of breath here. Release the hands towards the low back and then release them all the way towards that floor. Come over to the left side of your mat, so bend deep into your left leg. Right toes come off. This is fan lunge. So you're sinking deep into that right leg, fingers to support you, and or you can take hands to prayer. Right toes are lifted here, you're on that right heel. Breathing there for 3, for 2, and for 1. If your hands were in prayer, come all the way around, pivot to the front of your space. Coming into plank, left foot steps back to meet the right. Nice job. Take a big breath in that plank, option to lower those knees, chaturanga. In breath, up dog, baby cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Woo! Oh, we're creating so much heat today, I love that. All right, right leg sweeps nice and high, 3-legged dog on the right side, pointing through that toe. Sweep that leg forward and through, plant in between the hands, pivot the back left foot. Warrior two, right side. All right, shoulders right over those hips, heel in line with the arch of that left foot. Fingertips nice and long, shoulders relax down, tuck the tail slightly, take a big breath in, sink deeper into that right leg. All right, we go from warrior two to triangle. Take one more breath here, and exhale. Inhale, triangle, lengthen through the front leg. I'm coming that right hand towards shin, inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, triangle. Getting into those hips, exhale, warrior two. Flowing with your own breath. Inhale, we have 2 more. Exhale, think of opening up on that triangle as much as you can. That top left arm reaches up. Exhale to warrior two. Pause in your warrior two. Tuck that tail slightly. Lengthen through your front right leg. Pivot that right foot to come in. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring them behind you. Interlace those fingers, maybe the opposite way you can remember. Press down, hinge forward, bring those arms with you overhead. Coming into that nice straddle for second time. Taking one more breath here. Release those hands to the low back and then release the fingertips all the way to the mat. Deep knee bend, shifting your way to the right side, coming onto the left heel this time. Taking those hands to heart center if that feels good for you, and or leaving the hands on the mat. Your choice. Turn those toes up as much as you can. Getting that nice stretch for the left side. Breathing there for 3. For 2. Turning pivot to the front of your mat. All right. Step the left foot back. Sorry, step the one other foot back to meet the back. I don't know, I just switched my side. Take one more breath, you should be in plank position. Option to lower those knees down, chaturanga. Hug those elbows in, inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Now, in your down dog this time, let's take those feet nice and wide at the back of your space. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Come into your nice deep squat. So, fan lunge, where we were on those heels, right? Is a nice, basically, single side malasana, sort of similar, okay? Take those hands to heart center, press those palms towards one another, take the elbows to the inside of the knees. Now, what would week 6 of our yoga be without doing a nice long malasana? You guys know I was talking about the Live to 100 series on Netflix, deep squat. I'm gonna do it like every day for the rest of my life to stay able to do squats. Just kidding. Okay, we're here for a long time. Let's take one more big breath in your deep squat. Pull your chest forward as much as you can. Drag the elbows to the inside of those knees. And then take those hands back to your mat. Walk all the way back out to your plank position. Bring those feet back together to touch. This is going to be our final little flow here. Option to lower those knees if you need it. Chaturanga. In breath, upward dog, baby cobra. Exhale back, child's pose. Take those hands over to the right side of your mat. Take the left hand to place it on top of the right. Drive into your left side body, left hip towards heel, pressing down into that, on the left palm on top of the right hand. Drive down, really get that nice back stretch. Okay, take one more breath. Walk those hands passing through center all the way over to the left side of your space. Right hand comes on top of left. Press down, press into that right hip. Breathe into that side body. Big inhale, big exhale. Nice job. Making your way back through center. Come on up to tabletop. Woo! And then swing those legs around. Got a good sweat on this morning. Pulling wind. We were working hard. All right, we're gonna take those heels to the mat. Bend your legs, flex through your toes. Take a nice big breath in. Reach the arms all the way up. Exhale those arms parallel. Option to stay here, laying back. Okay, or come into full boat pose, lifting those heels off of the floor, either flexing or pointing through those toes, your choice. See if you can pull the knees in closer to the body if you can, like shins parallel and or heels down on the floor. Breathe for 3, for 2, and for 1. Everybody bringing those heels down towards your mat, tuck your tail, roll yourself all the way down. All right, we're gonna do one more little pose before Shavasana this morning. Take those hands by your side, slide your feet in, plant them down about hip distance towards your mat. Pressing into those palms first, tuck your tail under, press the low back, slowly lift your hips away from your mat. Coming into bridge pose. Option here to just keep your hands by your side. Think of what's happening in through the glutes and the hamstrings, the low back. Option to interlace those hands underneath and wiggle in those shoulders. Your choice for your final bridge, activating that back body for 3. Breathing here for 2. Slowly removing your arms if they were underneath, and then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, keep your way down. Extending those legs out, coming into your final Shavasana here this morning. Choosing the position for your arms, for your legs, closing your eyes, coming back into that stillness, coming back into that breath work. That felt good. Okay. In your stillness, I will leave you with a nice little Monday morning message. Okay. Once you're in your stillness, taking some time there. Good morning, Alyssa. You'll be surprised with how quickly the entire universe shifts in your favor once you've decided that you want better for yourself. Your declaration, your command, your intentions, vision, and prayers begin to create your reality. All you have to do is decide and never look back. Creating your reality. Love that. Choosing what you need for yourself. If that message resonates with you, just taking that focus to there. If you want to come back to your own intention and just breathe that in for a couple more cycles of breath in your stillness. And then from there, we'll slide those ankles to touch when you are ready. Reach those arms back up overhead to your long body stretch here. Lengthening it as much as you can. Choosing the side to roll onto, coming into your fetal position, using that bottom arm to rest your head. Take a pause there. Just giving yourself a moment of gratitude for showing up for your practice today. And then slowly making your way up when you are ready to a cross-legged position. We will sweep our arms one more time. We had lots of sweeping today. We will sweep those arms all the way up overhead one more time. Our last big inhale together. Palms touch at the top. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Namaste, everyone. Oh, so good. Awesome, awesome job. That cues the dog. Oh, we're very slow this morning. Are you going to do your down dog and up dog? Good girl. Oh, we're slow. Yes, slow and tired. Amazing job, everybody. Happy Monday. We've got lower body tomorrow, as always. Week 6 fun. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone.